the writing component, because the content is the king, that aspect was completely missing.
Hello, everybody. So today we have Dr. Anurag K. Srivastava from Dr. Papert Communications, and he works there as a senior scientific writer. So this is a very different profile that I am talking to today, because we do meet a lot of content writers, but when it comes to healthcare and scientific writing, this is something very niche and very unique. So Anurag, over to you. If you could tell us about yourself and your agency and what you do in that agency, it will be helpful for our audience to understand what you do.
First of all, thank you, Ravi, for having me. So, a little bit brief background about me. I'm Anurag Srivastava. I have done my PhD from the University of Turin in molecular medicine, and after that, I transitioned into the science communication, and I have been working with Dr. Gerhard Papert for more than 2 years. What we do is our agency works on multiple aspects for a life science company, especially B2B aspect. So what we do is we try to do end-to-end marketing collaterals for the company. We do the website content audit. We do the once the website content audit is done, then we also do the competitor analysis, where we check what the other competitors are doing and how our client can improve on that aspect. Then we suggest the strategic solutions that involve improving the number of blogs, again, that are enriched with SEO and AI SEO, so that they are present on the search console aspect. Apart from that, then we do the case studies, white paper, then multiple other marketing collateral.
That's quite interesting, but that's cool. So coming from that healthcare background, and now you are working in this SEO world, this marketing world, and you were also present last year at Amaze 2025 with Gerhard, who's a good friend of mine. So if you could tell us, like from your point of view, and even on behalf of Gerhard, if you want to add, what were the top 3 things that you really liked about Amaze conference?
There were some really good talks that you guys had organized. And on top of the list, I would say the number one will go to the Navi. The way he came and he won the stage, and he was a charismatic persona, and the way he explained the nitty gritty of AI SEO. Because for me, I'm not from the SEO background or technical background, but I do use basic SEO. But after this whole talk, we have started including a lot of components that can enhance our client portfolios. There was, I think, another prop from Matt Singer, the way he discussed about the responsibilities and delegation. And after this great talk, we also had our internal conversation, and we have implemented some of the learning from that thing. And then Alan talk was there, which talked about sales, and he's a great sales guy. So the overall energy of this whole conference, I have been to multiple conferences in my academic journey across the globe. But this conference was something very different. After this, I have also gone to some other corporate related conferences, but the kind of energy and the kind of it was more about it was never about uh, selling something. It was more about that whoever has come to this conference, they should take some important learning for them. And what I also loved about is the way you were personally involved in every aspect. I've rarely seen an organizer so much involved. I would never forget that the first time we met in a lift, you already knew my name, because Gerhard had mentioned it, you had already worked around me. So this was something unexpected for me, because it was not like 50 people had come to the conference. It was way more, it was a very big conference. and still to make sure that everyone networks. And you provided that stimulating environment, and that was something pretty amazing for me. And the games in between you played, it was. And I forgot the name of the post. I had written about him on the in my LinkedIn thank you post because
Paul, is there any one thing that you will suggest that we could have done better, or if you want anything that should be added this year in Amaze 2026?
yeah, I think one thing which I feel that was completely missing, that the conference is around SEO and AI SEO, and there are multiple technical things that were thrown around. But I felt the writing component, because the content is the king. That aspect was completely missing.
He definitely will look on to this as well.
Yeah, that is like the WhatsApp group is still running.
Yeah.
That is an amazing thing.
Like during that 1 day, 1.5 day that you spent at in Chandigarh, do you remember, because you might have talked to so many people, right? So do you remember any one most valuable conversation that you had, which you still remember, or has changed your life or changed the way you work?
Yeah, there was a conversation with Kirai.
Okay.
I spoke with her, and the way she discussed about localizing of content was pretty interesting.
Definitely. And thank you, Anurag. Thank you for saying so many good things, and thank you for saying so many insights about the conference. So last question, if somebody, let's say, gives you a call from your network and asks you that, hey, Anurag, I'm just looking at Amaze conference website and I'm thinking to book a ticket. Should I buy it or not? What will you say to that friend?
Obviously, go for it if you really want to learn about SEO. Because before this, I had very minimal idea about SEO. After this, I have, like you asked me what I have incorporated. Even now, my website features FAQs.
That's
Because of these, because now I know how AI works, how this works. All these things are there. So I'm also trying to incorporate into my own website. It's not only about the client, it's about me also.
yeah.
And that is why I'm coming back this year.
Yeah, you were one of the first super duper early bird takers, and I think you have that advantage of buying tickets at almost 65% off on that day, because that's how the deals go. And this year also will sell out tickets for the next year Amaze conference at a very massive discount, which never comes back. So yeah,
That was a amazing discount.
So thank you, Anurag. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for sharing all the valuable insights you have shared with us. And to all the audiences, if you are listening to this podcast, and if you are still thinking and still considering whether to come to Amaze or not, then you should take your action today. Listen to this podcast. There are other podcasts as well, and take your decision, because in business, taking decision is the most important thing. If you don't take decision, definitely you won't get anything good. But if you take decision, definitely you'll get good things. So see you all in Chandigarh, and see you all at Amaze conference from 10 to 12 December at Hyatt Regency, Chandigarh. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Anurag.